I would ask Jan to lead us in the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Turn my phone off here. So I would ask if there's any other announcements beside what I'm about to read. The village board will convene into closed session pursuant to section 19.851E of the Wisconsin statutes for purposes of deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Tonight, 3 items: considering a tax increment financing request from Central Land Company LLC, consideration of a tax incremental financing request from HSA Commercial Inc., and negotiating a memorandum of understanding with Buc-ee's Inc. And if there are no other announcements, I will note that the cameras are a little different. We're only seeing broad views, right? Okay. I would ask if anything needs to be separated on the consent agenda. If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to public appearances. And we will, Lois Lehman, you want to come forward to the table?
Thank you. I'm Lois Lehman, 212 Harvard Drive, DeForest. The title of my little short address before you is Sharing the Land. And I picked that up from the DNR website and the advice that they are giving to people about being on the land with wildlife. And that, of course, is something that I've been talking to you about. And so I wanted to start out saying thank you to Judd. Thank you, Therese. Thank you to the village board for being so accessible and listening. I very much appreciate it. And so I'm going to read a short little email. Rain, rain, rain. Just hours before an alert warning of a severe storm 2 weeks ago. By the way, this was July 20th, sorry. A second generation monarch butterfly emerged from her chrysalis. I rescued her from a milkweed plant when she was just a second instar caterpillar about 1 inch long and raised her inside. So the night of the storm, this butterfly was fluttering her wings in the fish tank, anxiously driven to join the relay north, where she would complete the 3rd generation stage of the migration journey by mating and laying her eggs. I wanted to release her after the storm, but she wouldn't listen. So I had to let her go. Attorney Evans, you didn't make me wait for the heavy downpour to end the night of the last board meeting that I attended. Thank you for bringing my car up to the front door of the village hall in the soaking rain. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, Lois. All right, no presentations listed, no old business, so we'll move to new business. A discussion regarding a cooperative boundary agreement between the Village of DeForest and the Village of Windsor. Bill, do you want to handle that?
I've been informed my mouse does not work, so I'll have to ask for Reese to guide me on the display. Reese, can you bring up the GIS first and foremost? And then if you can go into the North River area, the Knolls. Yep. So this municipal boundary covers what is the east boundary line of the Knolls, which is that farm field that you see there with the finger wooded area. And then the west boundary of the subdivision of Oak Springs, I believe. Oak Springs third and Oak Springs fourth. What has transpired as a part of planning this area for the next phase of development, the property owner discovered that when the Knolls area was annexed into the village, it was annexed along the 40 section line and not the subdivision line of Oak Springs, thus leading for approximately a 4-foot section of strip of land that belonged to the owners of the Knolls to be left in Windsor. And it resulted in approximately 4-foot strip of land of the southerly 10 or so owners of properties in Oak Springs, third and fourth edition, brought it into the Village of DeForest. And so we went back and we surveyed it and found the proper boundaries according to the subdivision plat and not the 40 section line. And what we're proposing here is a municipal boundary agreement with the Village of Windsor to remedy this issue. We've been in contact with Windsor and they are in agreement that this should be fixed. But before we can agree or make a motion and approve the agreements, we do need to hold a public hearing. We've spoken to them about a joint public hearing and they are agreeable to that. And so I've instructed Kelly to work with the staff at Windsor to coordinate that. So she'll be reaching out to you to see which days work best for you. And then following a 20-day notice of the public hearing to the affected property owners, again, about 12 in this part, the public hearing actually taking place, and the agreement will come back to the village board, each of the respective village boards for approval. So this tonight is just to introduce the topic, the agreement, and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Any questions, Bill?
There's costs involved. Do we incur the costs of surveying and what?
Yeah, so we will be splitting that cost with the owners of the Knolls. A part of it was in regards to the annexation and how long it's been that way. But they're driving the need for it to be done now, and so we've agreed to split that cost. I don't know off the top of my head what those costs will be currently.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Other questions? Are they currently having to pay taxes to two entities?
I don't believe they are currently.
All right, if there's no other questions, I thank you. And we'll move on. All right, presentation of resolutions and ordinances. 10.1, ordinance 2024-018, An ordinance approving a rezoning and planned unit development, preliminary development plan for Springs at DeForest, multiple family residential development on part of parcel specified in the village of DeForest.
Doing a quick check to see if Mark Roffers has joined us yet. I know it was gonna be tight for him. Doesn't look like it. So he provided a nice memo in the packet as well as the ordinance itself. We do have a member of the development team here, so I'll kind of just give a little bit of an intro and then probably bring them up to answer any questions or let them add anything that I may have missed. This is a multifamily development that is being proposed west of Fleet Farm. You've all seen it before when they came forth for a comprehensive plan amendment. Now they're here for a rezoning and preliminary development plan. They were at the August 27th Planning and Zoning meeting for both of these items, at which P and Z recommended approval to the village board. Next steps for them, assuming this were to move forward, they would be coming back with a CSM, an infrastructure development agreement, and then a final development plan. This PDP that's before you now is essentially, as well as the rezoning, setting the zoning against which that final development plan will be evaluated. Let's see. Mark and our whole development team have gone back and forth with the developers on this for some time, and we feel that it's the progressions in the site plan have gone pretty far. A couple remaining items to be addressed are public safety concerns, which the developer has been really proactive in engaging with our team here from both the police and fire standpoint. Some building design questions, but again, in the PDP, I think they kind of lay forth a decent decorative material standards, and then just working through some parking and infrastructure stuff as well. So I guess I will pause for any questions and then invite Katie up to answer any of those if there are any.
Any questions? Rebecca?
Surprise, surprise. No, just a quick question on the map on page 4 of the, I think it's of the ordinance, where it shows the red outline and the blue outline.
I'll see if I can pull up the right one here.
I think it's the second document on the,
Second document. Thank you.
yeah,
Sorry, there's a lag in the mouse.
no, that's okay. And it's page 4.
Oh,
After it loads.
there we go.
The page.
Got it.
So I just had a quick question on the blue outlined area. What is that? I see that it's, the proposal is to rezone it to C1 Conservancy.
That's,
What's anticipated there?
yep, stormwater management. So there'll be stormwater ponds there.
Okay,
And that will likely serve not just the development, but the infrastructure on the west side as well.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any questions of Katie? Anything you want to add?
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you for having us here. We've really enjoyed working with staff. We've come a long way on this project and been working on it for a long time. So we're really happy to put this in front of you and continue to work on addressing any concerns as we go through this final development process. Always happy to answer any questions, whether it's at this meeting or before the final development process, to work through any concerns. But if there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer them now.
Thank you. Any
Thanks.
questions for Katie? Oh,
I don't know if this is the right time to ask this question, and if it's not, just tell me and I'll keep it for another time. I know that people have expressed some concerns about the fact there's no like playground or something like that. Has anything been changed in that respect in the plans?
I think the general layout of the plan has changed pretty significantly. So we now have 10.9 acres of open space. So that, would include, it's not a formal like playground structure per se, but it's roughly a little under 50% of the site is open space. So we would have a range of either picnic tables, pergola with fire pits. That includes the pet playgrounds, which are fenced in, and just other general open space. things like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anything else? All right, so we have before us an ordinance regarding the rezoning. And I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve
Second.
2024-018.
We have a motion and a second. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to join us. All right, item 10.2, ordinance 2024-019, an ordinance approving a certified survey map combining approximately 26.4 acres of land located east of Hickory Lane, parcel specified, and a portion of that vacated Lindy Lane Village of DeForest. Alex is up again.
So Brandy put forth a pretty comprehensive memo. I guess I'd be happy to entertain any questions if there are any. You've seen some of this before when Lindy Lane was vacated. This is essentially just a combining of CSMs to basically market the site for development a little bit better.
Move to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And we have a second. Any questions or discussion? If not, I note that P and Z already approved this. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're just moving along, guys. Yeah. Don't jinx it. Okay. 10.3, resolution 2024-082, a resolution approving a third amendment to the project plan for TID number 6, Village of DeForest. Welcome.
This is my spot tonight. So at our August Planning and Zoning meeting, we held the required public hearing, and P and Z did recommend approval of the TID 6 project plan amendment to the village board. Just for reference, I'll pull up a map here, see if we can get it. TID 6 encompasses primarily our northern business park expansion, but it does dip down into Main Street and Highway V. There you go. For reference, it is all of the green right up through here. We are nearing an expenditure period deadline for this district of October of 2025. Our staff, obviously for a number of different reasons, wanted to look at the remaining projects that were in the project plan, clean some of those up that we knew would not be accomplished in that time frame. There were some additions to basically do some reconstruction on streets that would benefit the district. And then the large piece of this was making amendments to basically facilitate potential redevelopment projects that we've been talking about for the last year or so. The infrastructure project budget in the plan went down, but the overall project plan budget did go up by 3 million, again, largely related to development incentives for redevelopment. And then we adjusted our admin and operating cost formulas as well. I'm happy to answer any questions on the plan itself or questions, I guess, in general.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Bill, you have a question?
Yeah, land acquisition costs. My looking at the numbers, land acquisition costs, looking through the numbers, it looks like they considerably increased.
There was an
Projected.
additional allocation of about 340,000, I think it was, which brought that up to, I'll pull up the plan here. I want to say just over 3 million.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? Yes, Bill.
I want to reiterate, although it's in the TID project plan, and as we get towards the expenditure period, it it doesn't mean that the village will expend those dollars. So, the reason why the budget has increased is because when we are looking currently at several different properties for redevelopment, it's to keep those options open at least until October, with some decision points to be made between now and then by yourselves.
Yeah, just to piggyback on that and to emphasize what Bill's saying, I don't anticipate that that full amount will be needed.
Okay. If there are no other questions or comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Resolution 2024-083, resolution establishing a revised scheduling preference policy for use of the DeForest Quick Trip Athletic Complex. Reese.
I'm in a new spot tonight. All right. So we brought this before to the Public Service Committee, but as we were kind of looking through and we continue to monitor the numbers and usage of our facilities, we just saw that there was a discrepancy between the amount of usage that the sanction using groups were getting compared to village usage. So one of the ideas that was brought forward at the committee was looking to rework our sanction organization or the scheduling process to make it so that the village would be the highest priority along with the school district, and then kind of continue to have it be a focus on the local groups and then go out to those general users, and then also kind of putting some caps on the amount of usage each week so that hopefully they're not taking as much of an advantage of the village, and we can balance out our budget a little bit more with the usage and getting some more outside user groups. So the original schedule preferencing policy was attached in the packet, and then there was the draft one that we're proposing that the committee did recommend to the village board, and that previous policy was adopted with a resolution in 2020. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone might have.
Questions? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Wow. All right, item 11, communications. Check register was in your packet. Are there any comments or questions? If not, committee, commission, and board reports were also in a packet. Go to the president's report. Julie McCarville has been on the Board of Zoning Appeals, and her seat was up and she's eligible for appointment again. You know, Julie was the clerk of the courts for a long time, and then she worked previously for the village board. Some of us know her as Julie McHugh, and she hung out at our house with my daughter years ago. So she's
Jane? Julie McCarville is a different person than Julie McHugh that you're talking about.
oh,
Be related to.
then I'm totally confused.
Julie McCarville used to work for the school district.
Say again.
Julie McCarville used to work for the school district.
Okay, I apologize. So we're talking about different person. No wonder she didn't answer my email.
Is she related to Maureen?
No.
Oh. That could be a problem, I guess.
I did speak with Julie McCarville, and she was willing and excited to be reappointed. Yes, her appointment expires the end of August.
She's on that board right now.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
She currently serves as
I
the,
apologize.
second
I thought
alternate.
She was someone else. Stating your identity.
she is.
We
A
gotta
different
straighten up.
Julie.
A different,
All right, well, the next time you guys make a mistake, I'll catch it, okay?
Please, yes.
Move to approve.
Why do we have Julie McHugh's life story?
Because I know what Julie looks like.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. If there's no other comments, a little more embarrassment, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Julie McCarville is approved.
Yes.
You want her to come over and hang out with you?
No. Oh. We've already had that phase of our life. Been there, done that. All right. We're at a point where we're going to convene into closed session. I would entertain a motion to convene.
Move to convene into closed session.
Second.
Roll call, please. I can't believe that. We're going to have.
Trustee Langraff,
Aye.
trustee Little.
Aye.
Trustee Simpson,
Aye.
trustee Stefan Hagenhan.
Aye.
Trustee Witherspoon,
Aye.
trustee Allen,
Aye.
President Cahill Wolfgram. Motion carries 7-0.